Mr. Coons? Is it you?
Wait a minute. Lisa? Lisa Peters?
You can still remember me?
Yes, of course. How could I forget you?
Sarah, is that you? Oh my God. Lisa? If you don't have anything to do now, we could just have a coffee together. I'd love to hear what you're doing right now. I actually have appointments. But I'm happy to take the time for you. So Lisa, what did you do after school? I traveled for 2 years. Then I started working in a bank in Frankfurt. That sounds very nice. Now tell me more about yourself. I've always wondered what happened to you. Unfortunately, we were unable to keep in touch. That is true. We used to be such good friends. I wanted to get back to you. But somehow the time flew by so quickly. Then I didn't dare anymore. I don't blame you. I could have got in touch too. Somehow I never made it. Now tell me already. What are you doing right now? After we finished school, I also wanted to travel. That's right, I can still remember that. You wanted to go on a trip through Africa, right? Exactly. Unfortunately, I could not do it. Why didn't it work? My father passed away shortly before I wanted to travel. Is that why you couldn't go? Yes, after my father passed away. I had to take over the family's business. I understand. I'm sorry about your dad. So you stayed here in Munich? The first few years, yes. But now I live in Poland. But isn't that a bit dangerous? What exactly do you mean? I can still remember that your father had problems sometimes. Because of his business partners. Yes, my father was involved in a few criminal transactions. But I've led our business down a different path. Now we don't have any problems anymore. That's very good, Sarah. It's so good to see you again. I'm glad I came here. I almost missed the class reunion because of a presentation. That would be a shame. Are you hungry yet? Yes, a bit. Let's go get something to eat. After that, we can go to the class reunion. That is a good idea. I know a good restaurant. Come with me. How are things with you and your family, Sarah? Do you have a husband or even children? Unfortunately, I don't have time for that. I've had multiple relationships. But work always got in the way. What does it look like with you? You've always been a family person. I'm engaged. My fiancé's name is Franz. But we don't have any kids yet. Very nice. How did you get to know each other? I met Franz when I was traveling through Thailand. What a sweet story. And how are your parents? Mom and Dad are doing very well. They're still living in our old house. I need to visit more often. They were really happy that I was here. Definitely do that. I regret not spending more time with my dad. You never know what's going to happen. You're right. I'll stop by more often from now on. Are you already looking forward to seeing the others again? Yes, definitely. You've already met Mr. Coons, haven't you? Yes, before we met, I spoke to Mr. Coons. He hasn't changed. He is just like before. I'm already looking forward to seeing Markus and the others. Me too. Have you heard anything from him? No, I haven't had any contact with Markus since the last day of school. Can you tell me what time it is, Sarah? Yes, of course. It is 7:30 p.m. We need to get going. The class reunion starts at 2000 hours. Yes, we can go already. Perfect.
I can't believe my eyes. Lisa? Is it you?
Yes, it is. You've barely changed.
I hope that's a compliment.
Yes, of course.
So you've already met Sarah?
Yes, we had a coffee and had something to eat.
It sounds like a good day.
How long are you staying here in Munich?
Forever. I live here. Shall we go outside for a minute, Lisa? I'd love to hear what you're doing.
Yes, I'd love to. When are the others coming?
Moritz, Stefan, and Jonas will be there soon. Don't stay away too long. So we can start the party. It's really good to see you all again. I didn't think that everyone would really come to Munich. Our school days were very special. I'll never forget that time. I'm curious to hear what your life is like right now.
I'm also looking forward to your stories, Markus. We used to spend so much time together. I always like to remember that. Why did you actually stay in Munich?
Oh, I lived in Berlin for a few years. Then in Hamburg. Somehow I didn't like any city as much as Munich. Nothing is as beautiful as your own home.
I always love being here. I really need to come here more often. It's worth it.
We can sit down over there and talk to each other in peace. Do you still remember this place, Lisa? We shared many wonderful moments together here.
Yes, I can remember. It used to be one of my favorite places. Tell me more about yourself, Markus. Where do you currently work?
I've recently started a new job. Before that, I worked in sales for several years.
That sounds good.
Well, there are better jobs out there. But I never made an effort at school. Then I couldn't go to university. Now I find it a bit more difficult when looking for a job. I wish I could tell young Markus to study more. What does it look like with you? What do you do?
I work in a bank in Frankfurt. I recently received a promotion to team leader.
Wow, congratulations. May I ask if you're already married?
I'm not married.
So you're single?
No, I'm engaged. My fiancé's name is Franz. We've been together for 8 years.
He's really lucky. You've turned into a great woman, Lisa.
Are you in a relationship?
I was married for 2 years. But then my wife and I got divorced.
What happened?
It just didn't fit. But we have a daughter. Her name is Louise. She is 8 years old. You'd love her. She's the same as we were at that age.
Young and without regard to risk?
Yes, that's right. Sometimes I wonder what would have happened if you had stayed in Munich.
What exactly do you mean?
Well, at the end of school, we were still a couple. We broke up because you wanted to travel alone.
Yes, you're right. I can remember. I don't know what would have happened then. I've never thought about that before. Shall we go back now? I'm sure the others are already waiting for us.
Yes, I'd love to. Would you like to go out for something to eat together while you're still in Munich?
I am happy to do that. Preferably tomorrow. I have to go back to Frankfurt the day after tomorrow.
All right, let's do it tomorrow. Let's go back. I'm sure the others are already there. Where does Sarah currently live? A. Poland. B. Germany. C. Spain.